Hey everybody, it's Timothy and Diane Soden-Groves. We're so happy to be here with you this Valentine's evening. And we've got some love songs that we want to sing that we really like and mean something to us. And we'll just have some goofy banter and some things like that too. But this first song is actually a pair of songs that go great together as a counter melody, Blue Moon and Heart and Soul. They were both written back in the 1930s. When I was a kid, not quite that long ago, my two older sisters took piano lessons, and so they would play these two songs and do this as a duet. So let's Blue Moon and Heart and Soul.
Sorry, I'm having a brain spasm here.
Here we go.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for.
Heart and soul, I fell in love with you. Heart and soul, the way a fool would do, madly, because you held me tight and stole a kiss in the night. Heart and soul, I begged to be adored, lost control and tumbled overboard. Gladly, that magic night we kissed there in the moon mist.
And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue
Now I see what
now
one
I'm no
embrace can
longer
do.
alone,
Look at me, it's
without
got me
a
loving
dream
you
in my
madly.
heart,
That
without a
little kiss
love
you
of my
stole
own.
held on my heart and soul. Heart and soul, I fell in love with you. Heart and soul, the way
Without
a
a
fool
dream
would do,
in
madly, because you held me tight and stole a kiss in the night. Heart and soul, heart and soul, blue moon. All right, Blue Moon, Heart and Soul.
Survived the first one.
All right. You know, we don't do this every day, so it's a good challenge for us, but we just decided that we love these songs so much and that it was just important for us to do this.
And since it's Valentine's Day, and it's actually also our anniversary too, so we just thought this would be fun to share some love songs and just have a good time making some music together. This one's a Gordon Lightfoot song, this next one.
Yeah, I haven't done any Gordon Lightfoot songs in my entire life until just this past year. But I was visiting my uncle and aunt. We were visiting them, and drinking a little bit of wine got me to promise that I would learn a Gordon Lightfoot song. And the reason was that Gordon Lightfoot is from Orillia, Ontario, Canada, which is my Canadian hometown, and that's where my uncle grew up, and my family had some relationship with the Lightfoots, distant, I guess, but anyway.
Well, if you're going to drop names, might as well.
Yeah,
do
just
it well.
there's a family connection there a little bit. But anyway, so it was important for me to learn a Gordon Lightfoot song, and this is it. So we'll,
Song for a Winter's
yeah.
Night.
A lamp is burning low upon my tabletop. The snow is softly falling. The air is still in the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you. The smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon each page the words of love you sent me. If I could know within my heart that you are lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you. The fire is dying now, my lamp is growing dim. The shades of night are lifting. The morning light streams across my window pane, where webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you, and to be once again with you. Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot. Now, Timothy and I met 22 years ago, plus 4 months, or what? Yeah, because that's when we got married, was 4 months later. But anyhow, I am totally wrong because I thought we were doing Mr. Fish next, and
Oh.
so I pulled out the wrong instrument and,
Oh my,
and
okay.
started the whole wrong conversation.
All right.
So one of the things we try to inspire is just general people, because we're folk musicians who can make many, many mistakes. And I figure if we can do it, anybody can do it. But meanwhile, let's go on to the song that we actually are going to do. And this is about as rocky as we get, because we're
I don't
folk
know if it's
musicians. Well,
But it's Neil Young,
it's Neil Young.
so it's,
It has possibilities.
yeah, I guess so.
Another good Canadian lad.
Oh, I need a harmonica.
There we go. You'd never know that we rehearsed this like
Thousands of
jillions
times.
times. And still, we are so very human, and so not perfect, which is why we play in the living room instead of Carnegie Hall. And even then, no. Anyhow. Okay.
So this one, I think I must have learned this in 1972, a little bit anyway, maybe not on the guitar, but I was I was involved in some anti-war protests on the campus of Iowa State University. And unbelievably, there were so many protesters that I think the president of the university got a little concerned and decided that he would ask the Army ROTC to donate a platoon tent to the hippies who were protesting the war so that we could have a place to camp on Central Campus at Iowa State University. So they lent us the platoon tent, and we would protest during the day, and we would hang out at night and make music, and I'd brought my harmonica along, and somebody was playing Heart of Gold.
So this brings back lovely memories that you mostly remember.
Yeah, that I mostly remember, right.
Okay, Heart of Gold.
All right, see how we can do here. I wanna live, I wanna give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, I've crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line, keeps me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. Keep me searching and I'm growing old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. Oh yeah.
Woohoo! And we finished at the same time and everything.
All right.
We're getting good.
Oh, now this is the song that you
I was
were starting to introduce.
Depth perception. It could be rocket science.
So this song, it was written back when I was single, sometime around 2001 or
Yes.
2002 or something. And
Middle-aged dating scene.
yeah, a middle-aged dating scene.
It's a fish market out there.
And I thought, and I had another friend who was recently singled, and I was just watching him, and I was just thinking, this is song-worthy. And I was thinking that this was sort of a tongue-in-cheek commentary on sort of his foibles and fumbles as he was out there on the middle-aged dating scene. And the more I wrote the song, though, I realized that it was not about my friend at all. It was actually about me.
And I am a wonderful fisherwoman, and I caught my Mr. Fish.
So that's what this song is. It's called Mr. Fish. Mr. Fish, you're a dish and a dream to every solo mother, hanging round, cruising town, looking for her perfect lover. She's going fishing tonight in the silver moonlight. I hope you're feeling all right, Mr. Fish. Mr. Fish, make a wish on that star there with your name on it, written by some guy that died when he tried to pen the perfect sonnet. He's going fishing tonight in your falling starlight. I hope you're well out of sight, Mr. Fish. Washed up on the beach one night, saw that there was more to life. Now you're selling seashells for a song, Mr. Fish. Mr. Fish, what's the hitch? Why don't you just go to her? She hooked your heart, that's the start. She's your solitary cure. You're going fishing tonight in the rising love light. It's gonna be all right, Mr. Fish. That last little bubble rising to the surface.
Rising to the surface, popping. Ooh, the fun song is next.
Oh boy. This song also has a history for us. Not only does Diane get to play the bowron, but when we first met at Sir Ben's,
Where we got married, too.
I was playing that very bowron. And what happened? That was like there are differing accounts about that, but
What happens next?
yeah, can you describe that in your
I was also very new to this middle-aged dating scene, and I saw Timothy, and he was being introduced, and I'm trying to come up with a really good line, you know. I just wanted to be memorable. And I said, oh, wow, that must be the Cadillac of bowrons. I mean, I was pretty proud that I pronounced it correctly. And he, just being the very logical, detail-oriented person that he was, which, as I was introduced to him, he was like this IT technical guy who also played in a band. And I thought, cool, left brain, right brain, and I thought he was cute. And so
That was a long time ago, folks.
And he's still cute. And so I I said that, and he said, well, actually, it's the Rolls Royce. So, knowing we must be accurate, I kind of felt like I had a plane as it was plunging down from the sky, having been shot down by a lot of bullets. But we did get together, and that's the rest is fun and games.
This was a song that is, and is often played at Sir Ben's on Thursday nights.
Yes.
And
Much quieter.
and generally slower, but ours was a whirlwind romance.
So this is the whirlwind version of Star of the County Down.
Right. Here we go.
I'll
I
try
don't
not
need to
to-
count, do I?
No, I'll try not to hit too many things.
All right, all right, we'll give it a try here. If I can get a proper hold on this thing here. All
Okay.
right, I guess that's,
That's it.
here we go. Near Banbridge Town in the county down one morning last July, down the Boreen came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her two bare feet to the crown of her nut brown hair. Such a winsome help that I pinched myself for to see I was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay and the Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, sure I scratched my head and I looked with a feeling rare. And I said, says I, to a passerby who's a maid with a nut brown hair. He smiled at me and he says to me, that's a gem of Ireland's crown. Young Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's a star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay and the Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. Here we go. At the harvest fair she'll be surely there, so I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, with my shoes shine bright and my hat cocked right for a smile from the nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, till my plow is a rust-colored brown. I'm smiling bright by my own firelight as the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay and the Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down.
I just realized that every other time we've been practicing this, it was in the daytime when our neighbors weren't home. I sure hope they're doing okay down there.
And that was, if there was a little bit of synchronization issue, that was me. I was probably going faster than we have ever gone on that.
Okay,
Is that possible?
it's possible, but it's all good.
It's all good.
Okay. Can you still fit your guitar in there? Is that okay?
Yeah, and that's interesting too, about how excited we are and how fast I played that. I also did that one a step and a half higher than I usually do.
And I actually noticed that, and I'm just kind of like going, I'll just try to find those notes. So.
I thought it was actually a pretty good key to do it in.
I was struggling.
You were
Uh-oh.
struggling?
We're going to give
Oh,
away
well, there
all
we
of
go.
our secrets.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay,
We have no secrets.
That's true. We are transparently boring.
I just want to get a little sip here, wet the whistle.
This is a sweet little song. Oh, thank you, Kim. She's so sweet. Both stars of the county down, she said. Counting down? No.
So I just want to, before I forget, I just want to tell you that what you don't see off camera is our friend Sharon Furland, who is
Yay.
monitoring the live feed, making sure that everything's copacetic. She's like,
saving us.
faking us out by telling us how well it's going and everything like that. That she's just like,
Smiling,
Yeah.
just so sweet.
Yep.
But you can't blame her for anything. She's only working with what she has to work with here.
So this song is a Tom Petty song, and I mentioned that my hometown is Orillia, Ontario, my Canadian hometown, and we got to at my mom's memorial about 2.5 years ago.
Something like that.
We got to sing this song because at her memorial because we felt that it just captured her spirit so nicely, and that was of course in Orillia.
And it's just kind of what you'd wish for somebody. Not a rocking song like I always think of Tom Petty, but a very sweet, lovely Wildflowers.
And Duluth Connection, my buddy Ron Ayers taught me this song. So, and I just kind of had to make a few little adjustments for how well Ron plays versus how I play. So, but anyway, that's another story. Wildflowers. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Go away somewhere bright and new. I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, go find a lover. Run away, let your heart be your guide. You deserve the deepest of cover. You belong in that home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me, far away from your troubles and worries. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free. All right.
Fun.
Thank you, Mr. Tom Petty, for writing that song.
That was a very, very lovely song. So this next one, and I want to say shout out and such a great thank you to Kim and Mike from the Fish Heads. That the first time we heard this song, it was hard to not cry. It's definitely the older we get, the more we realize that the time that we have is really precious, and it just is a very important thing to cherish each other. So it's got a weird title. It's called If We Were Vampires by Jason Isbell. And
And you know, and the fact that we got married late. I was in my late 40s. You were in your mid 40s, and
yeah,
this tonight is our 22nd wedding
we're
anniversary.
shooting for 40 years.
We're shooting for 40, so that would be great.
And you are counting.
And I'm going to count in. All right. So
If we were vampires.
1, 2, 3. It's not the long, flowing dress that you're in, or the light, flowing off of your skin. Fragile heart you protected for so long, or the mercy in your sense of right and wrong. It's not your hands searching slow in the dark, or your nails leaving love's watermarks. It's not the way you talked me off of the roof, your questions like directions to the truth. It's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone. One day you'll be gone.
If we were vampires and death was a joke, we'd go out on the sidewalk and smoke, laugh at all the lovers and their plans. I wouldn't feel the need to hold your hand. Maybe time running out is a gift. I'll work hard till the end of my shift. Give you every second I can find. Hope it isn't me who's left behind. It's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone. One day you'll be gone. Ooh. It's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone, or one day you'll be gone. Oopsie, sorry, honey. It is a cooperative effort, and sometimes
yes.
it doesn't all work
We
out
do
as
have fun. We
expected.
we have little moments and we laugh about it. This one, I am so.
Donovan.
It's all about Donovan. Back in about 1965, and you can go on YouTube and see this video of Donovan in '65, standing up in front of a throng of mostly young women, and their kind of jealous boyfriends. And he was a skinny young guy standing up in front of a crowd with a guitar and a harmonica. He looked and sounded quite a bit like Bob Dylan at that time. And then about 5 years later, roughly 1970, Donovan is again in concert playing this same song. And he wasn't doing the harmonica, and it was a little more touching, this rendition in 1970, but it was a concert in the round, and he's seated on a cushion wearing colorful silks, very much the young guru of peace and love and psychedelic joy. So anyway.
Maybe there's some mushrooms involved.
There could have been all kinds of things involved, but anyway, this is going to be our last song, right?
Yep.
And it's just entitled Catch the Wind from Donovan. Do I count? No, okay, good. In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I wanna be in the warm hold of your loving mind, to feel you all around me, and to take your hand along the sand. Oh, but I may as well try and catch the wind. When sundown pales the sky, I want to hide a while behind your smile. And everywhere I look, your eyes I'd find. For me to love you now would be the sweetest thing. 'Twould make me sing. Oh, but I may as well try and catch the wind. Da-dee-dee, 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 da-dee. When rain has hung the leaves with tears, I want you near to kill my fears. Help me to leave all my blues behind. Oh, standing in your heart is where I wanna be. I long to be. Oh, but I may as well try and catch the wind. Oh, but I may as well try and catch the wind. Oh, but I may as well try and catch the wind.
And we ended at the same time.
It's amazing how many times you can rehearse a song and it just goes perfectly, and then of course
And then
there's
sometimes
the other times.
There's the other time.
Anyway, we have sure loved sharing these songs with you and sharing our Valentine's evening with you folks. And we just hope you have a loving evening. Tell someone you love them. And thank you again, Sharon, and thank you
Thank
all
you, Sharon.
who spent some time watching here.
And the very, very cool messages. I'm not as good as our friends who can read and play and comment all at the same time. So for those of you who said things, thank you so much. have a wonderful evening and enjoy. Happy anniversary, dear.
Happy anniversary, my darling. I sure do love you.
I love you too. Oh, we're sick. Ew, ew, ew.